Good morning from Colonial Downs in New Kent, Virginia. I'm Ashley Anderson here with Kevin Kilroy, our racing analyst, notes taker here at Colonial Downs, and Nick Tammaro just got in last night and going to be here with TwinSpires for on-site coverage this weekend. I want to start out, Kevin, with you. You've been talking to trainers for the last couple of weeks leading into Arlington Million Day. Any interesting notes you've learned about?
Yeah, of course. Love talking to the barns and getting a feel for things. Mystic Dan, I think, talking to Gerardo, who runs the barn here for Kimmick Peak, he was just talking about the way he's moving on the turf versus the dirt. That it's just a much more fluid, open stride to Mystic Dan on the turf from that work that they did recently. So I think that's something to keep in mind. That maybe he will just be a little bit more game and a little bit more into the race and show his full talent on the turf. Time Song, it's going to be a full send for Jonathan Thomas. They're thinking that he could have won the last race if he just kind of put away the field. So I think he'll try to put him away with Luis Saez up. Runaway Storm, I think, is another one that has had this race in mind for a long time, even though he had some time off. So Ethan West has been getting him here, wanting to get to this race. He's got to move forward in terms of figures, but they've had this one in mind. Safi Joseph's got Be Your Best in great form. She wants firm ground. That's why she's running here, not the Boston Spa. And then he's also got Mrs. Gambolini, who he thinks is a graded stakes type, running in that Andy Guest. So I think those are ones you want to keep in mind for your bets as well.
Nick, it's your first time at Colonial and at the Arlington Million at Colonial. So what are you most looking forward to with today's card or tomorrow's card?
Yeah, obviously this place is pretty much all about grass racing, right? And you see this expansive turf course, and it's going to be a great theater for the Arlington Million itself, as well as the Secretariat and the Beverly D. One of the horses that obviously coming up as a contender in the Million is Cairo, who we're in from out of town, and obviously it's going to be, we've actually just seen him go by training on this Friday morning, so obviously what he has to offer is one of the big questions on the day, obviously, aside from whether Mystic Dan is grade 1 caliber on the turf, and definitely looking forward to seeing Dream On in the Secretariat, coming in off a win in the Penn Mile, and as you alluded to, what the favorite in the Million is Integration, who comes out of the Manhattan, where the first and third place finishers have both come back and won since, and Deterministic, who was the winner that day, came back and won the 4-star Dave again last week. So obviously a very live racehorse that ran well here at Colonial last year in this race, finishing second behind Nation's Pride. So all the stars are ready to go for another big Virginia Festival of Racing.
Kevin, there are 7 stakes on the 12 race card tomorrow for Arlington Million Day. Any value you see in any of the stakes races?
Yeah, Petramalo Mile, I think you can take a swing. Smart Row up, Optical. We also have the Fausto Gutierrez runner, number 9. Name is slipping my
Rolando.
head. Rolando, thank you. I think those 3 are dangerous. I think in the male turf sprint as well, you want to try to find some value. We've got Petkoff in there. That could be dangerous. 21 in the morning line. We'd love to get 8-1 on that horse. So I think those are the 2 races where you can find some prices.
Nick, what about you?
Yeah, Horsepower in the Van Cleef I thought was an interesting one. We're going to have some scratches of some of the principals in there who ran at Ellis last week, but still going to be a field of 10. So looking forward to seeing that Van Cleef. And I thought that Horsepower was a horse going back to the turf that I thought could be very dangerous.
And we do have a $10 money back offer at TwinSpires on all 7 stakes races tomorrow. So be sure to opt into that promo. Tournaments as well today and tomorrow. So go to the TwinSpires.com tournaments tab and stay with us on our social media channels because we'll be doing all sorts of coverage with trainer interviews, jockey interviews, and more.